Hey, is this me? I can't tell.
What's up? It's me. I have a CD update. This is CD update number 9, and I have here 28 brand new records since the last time I did this. So there's quite a lot here. There's quite a lot that's came out. I got some cool deals on a lot of shit, and yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna start with the new. I'll start with the newer albums. So yeah, these are all the 2014 releases that I've picked up already. So let's start with Black Crown Initiate with the Wreckage of Stars. I reviewed this. If you want more on my thoughts on this, definitely check out that review. This is a great album. This is a great band. I'm hoping to catch them live, possibly multiple times. They're coming very close to me with Crowbar and Unearth, and then they're also touring with, I believe there's a couple dates that have leaked. It's like Napalm Death, Iron Reagan, Exhumed, Black Crown Initiate. There's one more band, but I forget. So I'm hoping to catch them on both of those tours there. So yeah, it's a great band. Next up, and a lot of these newer releases I have reviewed, so I'm not going to say a whole lot about them. Just try to keep this on the short side for once. If you want more thoughts, definitely check out my reviews of these, and maybe if I get the time, I will link a lot of the reviews in the description. So yeah, Cannibal Corpse with a Skeletal Domain. It's Cannibal Corpse, man. It's Cannibal Corpse doing what they do best, and that's making some very aggressive and heavy death metal. And this is probably one of the better albums in their career, in my opinion. The Contortionist with Language. This is an amazing piece of progressive metal, and the Contortionists are just taking their style and their sound to a whole new level and direction, in my opinion. I'm just super excited for what this band's going to do a couple albums down the line. I think it'll be fantastic, so definitely check out Language. It's amazing. Decapitated with Blood Mantra. This is a great record. I love Decapitated. It's Decapitated, I mean, it's fucking Decapitated. You can check out my review of this as well. I love the album art on this. I'm just glad Decapitated, after their accident, they came back with Carnival is Forever, which was a great album. And I'm glad they're continuing to make great music. Fantastic record. This one I did not review. I don't really review black metal at all. I just don't like to review it. Even though I do listen to a lot of it, and I've grown, a lot of it has grown on me. I just don't like to review black metal. Say what you will about that, but 1349 with Massive Cauldron of Chaos. This is a fantastic record. I do like 1349. I like their style, and this here came in like a digipack. It says, it came with a patch. If only I had one of those fucking jackets. It says here that this digipack is limited to 2,000, so I have number 661 out of 2,000. If you can see there. So it's backwards, but whatever. So that's cool. This is a good album. I really love the song Post Mortem. That riff in the beginning is so fucking crunchy. It's great. So I love this record. It's good. Except with Blind Rage. If you want some old school metal, just more traditional metal, Accept is one of the one of the more older bands that just does it right, and this record kicks ass. There's a lot of seriously good songs on here. I love the track Stampede, Dying Breed is good, Fall of the Empire is fantastic, 200 Years. There's so many good tracks on this record, so definitely check out Accept with Blind Rage. Next one is a very polarizing record that came out this year. It's one that I did not like at all, but I bought it just because I have every record but one record from this band. I want to just keep it going, and that is In Flames with Siren Charms. And this was cheap. It really was not expensive. If it was more than whatever I paid for, I would not have bought it because this record really is not that good. But I bought it just because I seriously, all I need is Lunar Strain, their debut record, and I will have everything from In Flames. So I wanted to just keep it going, even though this record really is not that great. Next up, another pretty heavy record, the Acacia Strain with Coma Witch. I really do like this record. It grows on me with every single listen. It's really good. It's a double album, which is interesting. You know, Sam and I did review this, so if you want more on that, check out that. But, I mean, if you dig the Acacia Strain, I think you would really like this album. Kind of different change in sound for them for this record, but it is a very good record. Revocation with Deathless. Revocation doing what Revocation does, and that's make some of the best music, man. They're one of the better bands in modern metal, in my opinion, and Revocation really knows how to put together some great songs. This is a very quick turnaround between this record and their self-titled, but I do really like this album. It has some very good fucking songs on here, some of the best that I think Revocation has written. Rings of Saturn with, their new album. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Rings of Saturn is a very crazy fucking band, man. And this album is no different. You know, I look at the very third track, La Lasso Zol. It's so weird in the beginning. And, you know, this band knows how to get heavy, they know how to get technical, they know how to get melodic. They're really expanding their sound on this record, and I do thoroughly enjoy it. So if you like Rings of Saturn, I mean, you will like this. It's Rings of Saturn. Let's see here. This is probably one of the biggest albums of the year. It was just number 1 on the fucking charts. Slipknot with 5, The Grey Chapter. First record from Slipknot in like 6 years. Definitely reviewed this. It's definitely an interesting album, and I do think it's a little bit. It has grown on me just a little bit since we reviewed it. I will say that, you know, it's really good, but then the middle part just falls right on its fucking face. But then it picks right back up. It's not a bad album, but yeah. I do think it's better than All Hope Is Gone, I will say that. Next up, Opeth with Pale Communion. I love this album. This is one of my favorite albums of 2014 for sure. It's Opeth, man, and they kill it all the time. This album is definitely much better than Heritage, and I will be catching them. I have my tickets for their tour, Opeth, In Flames, and Red Fang. So I will be there. I don't give a fuck if they play older stuff. They could play all this album, and I don't care. This is a great album, and if you're a fan of Opeth, I think you would like this. It's not on the heavy side. It's more on the Heritage side, but better, in my opinion. This is in my top 5 for 2014. Exodus with Blood In, Blood Out. My God, is this album so good. I cannot stop listening to this record. It is like the perfect mix of thrash, in my opinion, and Exodus just have killed it on this album. And I mean, I love this band, and almost every record from this band is just so fucking good. And this is probably one of their better ones, in my opinion. Like I said in my review, it's up there with Bonded by Blood to me. I'm just saying. Collateral Damage. Just listen to that song. These ones I just picked up the other day, and I reviewed one of them. I will be reviewing the other 2. Beyond Creation with Earthbound Evolution. This is an amazing album. I'm just going to say that outright. I'm not going to say too much. Check out my review of it. But Jesus Christ, the title track is just so good. The bass playing is fantastic. The vocals are so good. The songwriting is top notch. Beyond Creation, I feel, are really going to take the death metal world by storm. And holy shit. Next record is from the mastermind of metal, progressive metal himself, Devin Townsend. with Z2. This double album is so fucking good. I've been listening to this all week. It's a very interesting album to listen to. There are so many good songs on here. Rejoice, Fallout, Midnight Sun, Universal Flame, The Ones Who Love, goddamn, Ziltoidian Empire. Man, I love Devin Townsend. I love his music, and this is such a phenomenal album. Epicloud was phenomenal. Casualties of Cool is phenomenal. He doesn't know how to write a bad album, and this is really good. So definitely look forward to that review. And finally, Obituary with Inked in Blood. Fucking simple death metal, man. It's awesome. Definitely very cool. There's a bunch of albums that just came out on October 28th when these three came out that I have not picked up that I do want to pick up, and Abysmal Dawn and Unearthed are two that come to mind, and maybe At the Gates. I'll just say before I review At the Gates, I'm not very impressed with it. I'm just saying. It's not bad, but it's not the greatest thing in the world. It's kind of boring. Anyways, moving on to the older albums. So, all these older albums right here, I got at a place in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. So, if you're more local to Pennsylvania, definitely go to this store because it is insane. All the used CDs are $8. Some of them are even $5. I got 7 records for I think it was below $50. It was a steal, and it was a lot of them that I have been looking forward for a while. First off, Creator with Enemy of God. This is Enemy of God Revisited. I don't know too much about this. I know it comes with a live DVD with Creator live in Waukee 2005. So that's very cool. I love this album. Creator is so good. We just saw Creator, Keith and I, on their tour with Arch Enemy, and they played a couple songs off of here. He played Enemy of God, Impossible Brutality, and Voices of the Dead. I love this band. These guys in Exodus, when it comes to thrash, I just seem like I can't get enough of them. And I'm slowly getting all of Creator's albums. I think this is maybe my 5th album that I have from them. So yeah, I love Creator. So there you go. One of my favorite bands in progressive metal, Communic with Waves of Visual Decay. My God. That's all I should say about this. This band is so good. I feel like I should review one of their albums just because Under a Luminous Sky, Watching It All Disappear, the title track. Jesus Christ, this is so good. And I love how they're a little bit more on the traditional side. Lots of riffs, lots of solos, just soaring vocals. I love Communic, and I strongly urge you guys to really check them out if you're into Communic. Next are 2 albums, and all I need is one more album from this band too, and that is the band Iced Earth. I ended up getting the Dark Saga and the Crucible of Man, Something Wicked Part 2. I like both these albums. I really like Dark Saga. I think it's one of the best Iced Earth albums out there. I Died for You is so good. The Hunter. I love A Question for Heaven. That's such a good song. Vengeance is Mine. Yeah, there's a lot of really great tracks on here. So all I need is Burnt Offerings from them, and which is funny because I have purchased Burnt Offerings twice. The first time I bought it used at my local FYE, I brought it home and it did not work. It did not play. And I was like, well, what the fuck, man? I took it back, got my money back. It was all good. Another time, Century Media had it on sale for $5, and I'm like, holy shit, I've been wanting this album forever, and I bought it, and then my package came, and then it wasn't there, and they said they sold out, and they didn't give me my money back. So I was like, why? I will eventually own Burnt Offerings, though. Don't worry. Anyways, Crucible of Man is a good album as well. I think Framing Armageddon is a little bit better, but hey, man, it has Matt Barlow on it, so that's cool. Next up, like I said, I must have every In Flames album, and I do like these 2 albums, and that is Reroute to Remain and Soundtrack to Your Escape. So, I mean, these aren't the greatest In Flames albums, but they do have some really good songs on it. I love My Sweet Shadow. I think soundtrack to the Escape is personally my favorite out of both of these, but they do have good songs on it. I like this style of In Flames too, where they're not true melodic death metal in my opinion, but they're still aggressive. There's still a lot of good riffs and you know, melodies and all that stuff. You know, I just miss it. I'm missing Flames, man. Whatever. Next up is one of the very great band in metalcore that I can't believe it took me this long to get an album from them, and that is Heaven Shall Burn with their most recent album Veto. This album fucking rules, dude. This band is heavy as shit. They are aggressive. You know, they write metalcore the correct way, which is riff first, breakdown second, and you know that's how they write, and it's great. I love a lot of the songs on here, and dude, it's so good. This band, surprised it's taken me this long to get something from this band, but this band's really growing on me, and I hope to possibly catch them on their upcoming North American tour. That is Nightwish, and I ended up picking up Dark Passion Play and Once. Two different vocalists on here, with Tarja and I believe, was it Floor on this one? I don't know. I'm not, you know, the biggest fan of Nightwish in the world, so I don't know everything about it, but let's look this up quick. Big old boobies. Holy shit. I can't fucking find it. Oh, here it is. Oh, Annette. Okay. Did not know that. Now I do. I think both the vocalists have their strong points. I think Once is probably a better record, in my opinion. But that doesn't mean Dark Passion Play is bad at all. I think it is very solid. On Dark Passion Play, man, there's a lot of good songs on here. Bye Bye Beautiful is a very good song. Sahara. Yeah, there's a lot of good songs on here. But this one has Wish I Had an Angel and Nemo and fuck. Yeah. My Wish is cool. Just saying. Next up, I have a bunch of albums from the 80s. I love 80s metal, man. It's so good. Merciful Fate with Don't Break the Oath. Yes, this is the first thing I've ever owned that King Diamond has touched. It's crazy to think. I need to get a lot of King Diamond records. I need to get some Merciful Fate records. And I thought, why not start at one of the best with Don't Break the Oath? I love this record. I love Merciful Fate. I especially love their early stuff. I love King Diamond. I did not catch them on his tour just because, you know, I'm getting into more King Diamond. Maybe I should have went and saw him and got into him more, but yeah, whatever. Merciful Fate's awesome. Next up, Exodus with Pleasures of the Flesh. This is an okay album, to be honest with you. I personally was not too terribly impressed with it. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I think I just need to give it more listens. Brain Dead's a good song. Pleasures of the Flesh is a great song. But I just need to give it more listens, I think. But, excuse me, I must have every Exodus album, so why the fuck not? Last, this is an album I've been looking for forever, and that is the debut record from the band Anthrax with Fistful of Metal. I love this album. I would listen to this album all the time, and, you know, I love Anthrax, man. I need to get more of their albums, but I have every album with, you know, this one has Neil Turbin on it, but I have every record that Joey Belladonna has been on. And I'm not too big of a fan of the John Bush era, to be honest with you, which is why I haven't really picked any of those albums up. Maybe I should. That's my CD update. That's all my new shit. I'll probably, the next time I do this will most likely be at the end of the year, at the end of 2014, around Christmas time. So, there's not a too terribly huge amount of records still coming out in 2014 that I want to pick up. There's a couple that I have missed prior, you know, earlier in the year, but that I need to get. But I'll get on that. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Really, we want you to check out our content, man. I mean, we've been putting out a lot, I know, and that's something I've been trying to dial back how much we put up to make sure that it's a little bit more, I guess, quality and stuff like that. I just noticed our views have been way down, but I really want you guys to check it all out. We would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you guys later.